What's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. Great match for you today in round number 2 of the tournament. It's the quarterfinals. Really interesting story here. We got Wookiee Mistake, who are a very good team and have held the championship before. They're fantastic, but were basically gifted a free pass to round number 2 for those of you who saw their round number 1 match. But the story here is all freaks, no geeks, upsetting the higher seed they played in back to formula, coming in at the number 10 seed to try and challenge Wookiee Mistake, who is very much a lot of people's favorites to win this whole thing. So I think we're in for a good one. Dylan and Ryan have definitely showed some promise, and David and Joe are obviously a proven team. So anything could happen. Let's see what the teams have to say in the promos.
So guys, we're here in round 2. I don't think a lot of people expected us to be here, but too bad, we're here. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling like there's pretty much zero pressure on us right now, so that's nice.
Yeah, this match can go however it is. I mean, you are right. Not many people were expecting us. I mean, even though we had a great debut, back to formula, they were a tough team. We were able to pull it out the last question. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind it's going to go the same way here, where it's going to be like a back and forth where, I mean, I'm hoping there's no sudden death, but given Joe and David's knowledge, nothing to underestimate here.
Yeah, those old farts have won enough. It's time for some new blood. Dylan's the most exciting rookie here, and Ryan hasn't even played singles. The potential is unlimited. And spoiler alert, this is what's going to happen to Wookiee at the end of the match. Bombed out. Bye-bye.
Okay, yeah, let's get this going.
Do you think Kaiser has actually read that book?
I don't know. David, I have a question for you, though. You want them belts back?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice promo, simple, elegant, some artwork in there, and only one F-bomb from Kaiser, so I think we're fine. Gonna be a good match, and here's how it's gonna work. We're going in round number 1. Round number 1 is gonna work like this. There's gonna be 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. Each player will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, I will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each team will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Teams, any questions as we get into round number 1?
No, we're good.
Alrighty, your first question comes in the category of James Bond. Whose grave blows up in Bond's face at the beginning of No Time to Die? Probably the most ironically named Fandom film. There is a time. And spoiler alert, it's the end of the film. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, go to David.
Vesper.
Ryan.
I also wrote Vesper.
Joe.
Vesperlind.
And Dylan.
I said N.
Vesper is correct. Vesperlind. So Wookiee Mistake will take a 2-1 lead. Let's get to the second question, which comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. The question is, who primarily composed the score for The Finest Hours? So that all of you know this, we're shooting this very early in the morning in my time zone. Probably one of the earliest matches we've ever shot. These hours are just fine. I think the finest ones are a little later in the day, but I'm okay with them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Ryan.
I guessed James Newton Howard.
Joe.
Henry Jackman.
Dylan.
I said Howard Shore.
And David.
I said Alan Menken.
All unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Carter Burwell of Twilight fame. I've heard that is his most popular. Come on. There go the perfect rounds. It is 2-1 still as we get to the third question, which comes in the category Pixar. Question is, what specific type of animal does a human family think that Randall is when he gets banished by Mike and Sully in Monsters, Inc.?
Oh.
Specific parts sucks.
It usually does. But 4 years ago, Coho or someone had to be like, "Oh, blah blah." blah. I said,
Yeah.
4,
Wait.
2, 1. Pens down. Start with Joe.
Alligator.
Dylan.
Oh, I said a salamander.
David.
Alligator.
And Ryan.
I got Randall confused with somebody else.
Fair. Alligator is correct, so Wookiee will widen their lead. It is 4-1. As we get to the fourth question, which comes in the category of the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, what spell does Draco attack Harry with on the train while he was hiding? You could live with half your blood, I think. Your body would eventually have to make more. I don't know if that's very sustainable, but I'm sure it's happened. I wouldn't recommend it, but what are you going to do? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, go to Dylan.
Said stupefy.
David.
Petrificus totalus.
Ryan.
Yeah, I have Petrificus totalis.
And Joe.
Petrificus totalis.
Petrificus totalis is correct. Wookiee and Ryan getting that question there. It is 6-2. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Marvel. Which Marvel Spider-Man film features Peter having dinner with the main villain and his wife? I don't have one of those. And if you're wondering if I'm talking about a main villain or a wife, you know which one I'm talking. Tim is my main villain. 5,
I was going to ask.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, go to David.
Spider-Man 2.
Ryan.
Spider-Man 2.
Joe.
Spider-Man 2.
And Dylan.
I'm very sorry, Ryan. I said The Amazing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2 is the correct answer. Wookiee widening the lead again. It is 8-3.
I mean, in the technical sense, Dylan, Cam Stacy was kind of an antagonist.
A main?
That's a good point. But your next question will come in the category of Disney animation. Who voices the gorilla Turk in Tarzan? Been watching a lot of Survivor recently, and on YouTube they'll have these like 1-minute fake intro clips of like people who could be on the show, and they did like a Disney one, and Tarzan was like in the Brawn tribe. I was like, oh, that's good. I would watch that. 5,
I think
4,
part of the Bloopers.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Ryan.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Joe.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Dylan.
Erasing my answer.
And David.
Rosie O'Donnell.
David. I don't think I could accept it yet.
Yeah, I forgot to. It's an N, but I forgot to put the red. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell is correct. That was like Rosie O'Donnell to me. But,
Yeah.
So,
I was doing the capital N, and I didn't put
I
it.
got you. Ryan and Joe will get that. It is 9-4. As we go to the next question, which comes in the category of Star Wars. Who kills Beckett in Solo, a Star Wars story? I've never killed anyone.
I mean, you should go without saying nobody in here should have killed
Is
anyone.
anyone
Only with laughter.
Captain Among Us? 5, 4, 3. Among Us, I've killed a lot of people. 1. Pens down. We'll go to, I think, Joe.
Han Solo.
Dylan.
Kira.
David.
I put Han, and I made the middle thing.
And Ryan.
The only justification I give for this movie is that he did shoot first on Solo.
Yeah, we all saw that joke coming, but it's fine. Like in the movie. But so Ryan, David, Joe get that point is 11-5. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Mission Impossible. The question is, in how many Mission Impossible films does Ethan dangle from the outside of a helicopter being operated by one of the villains or their henchmen? Contact. Okay. Oh, we can talk about the new shit now. We shot all of round 1 and no one knew that shit was changing. So like I'd be like, oh, I watched Bad Boys. But yeah, no, this category is going to be bigger, which is fantastic for people with jobs like mine. But 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, that is Wookiee Mistakes' first repeat. The question again. In how many Mission Impossible films does Ethan dangle from the outside of a helicopter being operated by one of the villains or their henchmen? But yeah, no, some good shit coming. Some Jacks, some Jasons. Some people yelling.
Sorry.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Dylan.
Said 2.
David.
I also said 2.
Ryan.
I also had 2.
And Joe.
So did I. 2.
2 is the correct answer.
1 and 6.
Clean sweep. 1 and 6. That is correct. So it is 13-7 as we get to the next question, the penultimate question, in the category of horror icons. In the original, A Nightmare on Elm Street, what does Nancy's mother do to the house to stop Glenn from coming over?
Stop Glenn.
Glenn. I have an uncle named Glenn, but I don't think he's actually my uncle. I think it's one of those, like, him and my parents were friends, and they continued to be friends into adulthood. And instead of being like, Nick, this is Glenn, like my friend from college. Like, this is your uncle, Glenn. You know? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'll go to David.
I just put bars on the windows.
And Ryan.
I wrote change the locks.
Joe.
Bars on windows.
And Dylan.
I couldn't think of anything, so I just put locks the doors.
Put bars on the windows is correct. So David will get that. Is 15-7. Let's get to the final question in round number 1. It's in the category of the Worlds of DC. Which Worlds of DC film features a robot that attacks someone for taking a picture of it? I'm awful at taking pictures. People will ask me to take pictures. Like, I'll be like in a group of friends, and someone will be like, "Nick, take a picture of us," and I'm like, "I don't think you want that." I'll like miss, or they'll be like, "The lighting's bad, or the angle's bad." I'm like, I don't do this professionally. Like, you should take it yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the
1.
question.
All right, that is All Freaks No Geeks. First repeat. The question again. Which Worlds of DC film features a robot that attacks someone for taking a picture of it? Yeah, no, there's like a whole lot. It's like lighting. I took a film class once, and I know like some of the, like the rule of thirds, and like I know some shit like that, but all these filters and this newfangled digital age, like I don't know what's going on anymore. 5.
Even professionally trained photographers get annoyed with that.
1. Pens down. We will start with Ryan.
I believe it is Man of Steel.
Joe.
Man of Steel.
Dylan.
Justice League.
And David.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is correct. So that will bring us to the end of round number 1. Wookiee Mistake in the lead 17 to All Freaks No Geeks 8. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, because round number 2 is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponents. Each team will get a spin at the wheel. The first time they keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1. And be on the lookout, as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are James Bond, Star Trek, Disney Animation, MCU, Alien vs. Predator, Marvel, Mission Impossible, and Disney live action. So with that being said, Joe, David, you guys are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
David, do you want to play a round 2 this time?
Nah, let's go first.
That's what I mean. Do you want to actually play one? Let's go first.
Yeah, let's go first.
Yeah.
All right, this will be your first spin. Lands on Marvel. Keep it or spin again.
We can keep that.
Yeah, we can take it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All righty. All right. Joe, David, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Marvel. Are you prepared?
Yep.
Great. Your first question. Which Marvel film features the characters Angela Sutton, Jose Quesada, Karen Page, and Wesley Owen Welch?
That would be Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil. Final answer.
That is correct. 2 points. Your second question. In Men in Black 2, after Serlina takes her human form on Earth, she comes into contact with a man in the park. How does she kill that man?
Doesn't she like kiss him?
We can go multiple on this just to be
Yeah,
safe.
let's multiple. Multiple choice.
Be safe. Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, cuts his head off, B, breaks his neck, C, hangs him from a tree, or D, eats him?
I thought it was eats, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like she kisses him first, and then maybe go. Let's go D.
Eats him. Final answer.
That is correct for 2.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Just
Yeah,
I couldn't remember strangle him with the thing.
All right. Your next question in Marvel. Who plays Scud in Blade 2?
Norman Reedus. Yes.
Final answer.
I didn't hear what you guys talked at the same time. I didn't.
Norman Reedus. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your penultimate question. In Kingsman, the Secret Service, who pulls their chute next when there are 3 people left in freefall?
It's Charlie, right?
Charlie. Yeah, because obviously, the other two, the other two left behind. So yeah, Charlie. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and your final question. In Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, why does Reed say he can't build the sensor to track the surfer for the government?
Because he has to get married, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He has to get married. Final answer.
We can accept that for 2 more points and a
Spoiler
sweep.
alert, he builds it anyway.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the couch after that. But with that, Wookiee Mistake gets their score up to 27. All Freaks No Geeks at 8, but their wheel spin is abound as we bring in Kaiser and the wheel. All Freaks No Geeks, here's your first spin. Lands on Disney live action. Should keep it or spin again.
At this point, just
I
Yeah, we
think
need
we need to make points. So.
Yeah.
All righty. This will be your second spin. Lands on Disney animation.
Okay.
And real quick,
calm
it's
down and just do whatever you can.
yeah, it's 26-8, right?
I have 27.
I thought they went
They
to
went to multiple choice once.
We can go to multiple choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was multiple choice on one of them. Yeah.
You're right. Yep. Okay, so it is 26-8. All right. So 26-8 as we get to Disney animation for All Freaks No Geeks. Are you prepared?
Sure.
All right. Your first question: which Disney animated film features a river called Ata Holland?
So Raya and the Last Dragon was the first one that popped into my head, but I can't remember if that's
I was thinking Pocahontas, honestly. We may have to go multiple on this
okay.
one.
4.
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Frozen 2, B, The Rescuers, C, Zootopia, D, Treasure Planet?
Okay.
Oh. I don't get a lot of Holland in Treasure Planet.
5.
Can you repeat the options, please?
Sure. Your options again are A, Frozen 2, B, The Rescuers, C, Zootopia, D, Treasure Planet.
Frozen 2, maybe?
Yeah, because I don't think the rest. Yeah, let's go with Frozen 2. Yeah.
Frozen 2, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Your second question.
Kaiser wants to be ready.
Okay.
What?
So here's the thing, like I don't know whether you want to challenge this, but technically the Otto Harden, although not named, it appears in the first Frozen because they take place in Arendelle. So it's up to you guys, to be honest. You guys got the
Like
point,
to get
but
a
you
new
want to, like,
new
shoot for
question.
2? Yeah.
I'm really unfamiliar with both Frozen films. I'm not confident with the challenge.
The Otto Harden, as in the river itself, physically appears in the first Frozen because it takes place in Arendelle too. So, but
I don't know if they have a precedent in fandom though for if there's multiple answers, they get a new question. I think they just give you the
yeah, you know what? They just
let's just
about it.
hold
Yeah.
off on that. I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I'm just not confident enough.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right, guys, your second question. Paige O'Hara voices which Disney animated princess?
Okay, it's not Ariel because that's Jodie Benson.
Right.
I think it's Snow White, maybe. Or Belle. Snow White or Belle.
Belle popped into my head. I think we might
Five.
just want to shoot for it.
Yeah, let's go with Belle then.
Belle, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Alrighty. Your next question. The penultimate segment in Fantasia, called Dance of the Hours, features 4 different types of animals: ostriches, alligators, elephants, and what?
Oh boy.
So mathematically, we can go to multiple choice once more, but
I'm not pulling anything. Yeah. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, zebras, B, lions, C, hippos, D, giraffes.
okay. Hippos is what popped into my head.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
All right. Hippos, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Sorry, should have said it.
All right, your penultimate question. Lilo strongly admires which musical artist in Lilo and Stitch?
It's Elvis, isn't it?
He is brought up a lot in that film.
I don't know why, but for some reason I thought he like dresses up. I could be completely misremembering it, but I thought he like dresses up as Elvis Presley at one point.
I mean, we do need to make points.
Yeah, we have to go for it. So Elvis Presley, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah.
All right, here's the situation, which has kind of been the situation the whole time. I just said it. All Freaks No Geeks need to hit this question for 2 points, otherwise the match will go to Wookiee Mistake. The question is, in Oliver and Company, Oliver first meets Jenny when he and the gang try to sabotage what specific type of vehicle that she is traveling in?
Specific type of vehicle. We have 2 repeats, right?
This is set in New York, so yeah, we have 2 repeats.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your second repeat. The question again. In Oliver and Company, Oliver first meets Jenny when he and the gang try to sabotage what specific type of vehicle that she is traveling in?
I mean,
So if it's New York, could it be like?
Yeah, I was thinking
taxi be like specific enough?
Yeah, I mean, taxi is a specific, taxi or cab.
Yeah, as opposed to like just car. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with that and save it for one
taxi
repeat?
Brought back up later in the film, so let's go with it.
Taxi, final answer.
That is incorrect. Joe and David chance for the 2-point steal.
So limousine.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Limousine, final answer.
And your winners by way of knockout. Wookiee Mistake. Limousine was the correct answer. In a very dominant performance, Wookiee Mistake takes the win on the steal there. Listen, fantastic performance by Joe and David. Just wasn't Dylan and Ryan's day. They've had days they've knocked people out faster than they just got knocked out. It just shows that you can have an off day, and that's really all that happened today. So we'll bring in our unfortunate second place finishers, All Freaks No Geeks. Guys, as I said, I think you guys are a great team. I think you proved it in your match, not only in round 1, but also the match prior to that to get into the tournament. I think you're one of the best rookie teams there are. I think you just went up against a giant today. And if you weren't operating at 100%, this was probably going to be the outcome. So how are you guys feeling about the match? I'm sure you're not too pleased, but you also came in saying there was no pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, obviously, for round 1. Like, 1 out of 10 is pretty terrible and inexcusable. But, yeah, Ryan played solid as always. But, yeah, I mean, I think this is the end of our season, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm still happy with what we did this season, like 2-2, solid record. But, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it really fell to where, like, we knew how good Joe and David are. It was just more of the questions were going to help keep us on par with them. And look, I mean, despite whatever in round 1, to me, it's like whatever we were in round 1, as long as we were good enough to chase them within round 2. So it just fell to Disney Animation, which is pretty much the more average category for me in fandom, which is something to keep note of. But even then, like, we were still working together well, really bringing down, like, outside of that last question, we were making up a lot of ground in that. So it just, and also Disney Animation was their strength. So it was kind of a win. It was pretty much a backs against the wall situation with that category.
Yeah, I am pretty happy with how we did in that category, despite how, we kind of had to shoot on the last question, but I think we navigated it well.
Yeah. What I would say is, Ryan, you did well in round 1, and as for Dylan especially, I think Dylan's story here is pretty special because most people come into fandom from Geek or from somewhere else. Dylan comes straight from like Warzone, and that's a very hard jump if you're not like a straight Geek player. But he made the jump, and he's done so well. He's done so well like this season, and look at what he did in round 2. Round 2 was mostly him, and I think both these guys have a very bright future, and today wasn't our day, but who says next year isn't?
Yeah, I think even despite this performance, Dylan, I think you're one of the best Fandom rookies this year, and I think you guys are one of the best rookie teams. So I look forward to seeing you both next season, where I don't know if you've heard, but there's going to be some new stuff. I don't know if it falls in your guys' wheelhouse, but knowing the two of you, I feel like it might. So I think it'll be an interesting time to see how you guys do next year. But congratulations on a good tournament performance. As we bring in our winners today, Wookiee Mistake. Talk about making a statement, gentlemen. Listen, love Mike and Matt. They're some of my favorite people. They're not good at this. They're very bad. Dylan and Ryan, I would argue, are very good at this, even though they had an off day. So what a statement to make to get your second knockout ever. You guys have played like almost 20 matches at this point, and last round was your first knockout, and what a way to follow it up with your second one. I think you guys are making a huge statement about this tournament. So what is that statement that you are trying to make?
Want the belts back.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
It hurt. It did. Look, there's no secret in that it hurt when we lost to Dummies. Dummies are a great champions. They were great champions before, and they are now great champions again. But to be on the losing side of that, it's not nice. It's that one title match in Fandom that I've lost this year, and it's disappointing.
Very fair. But yeah, no, guys, you remind me of a scorned Nick and Tim 1 year ago today. So that's a little scary. But you're moving on to the next round. You won the quarterfinals. You're on to the semis. You'll be playing. I can actually announce it now because it aired last week. So spoilers if you didn't watch last week. But you'll be playing a rematch of a tournament kind of long ago. Yeah, in the finals, the number 3 seed, the Manhattan Project. Co-host Scully in their last ride as a team. Maybe they've let go of the reins and they're not studying anymore, or maybe they want to go out on a high note. Either way, I think you have.
I think if they had let go of the reins, if they see that this is their next opposition, I think they're going to grab back hold of those reins pretty quick.
Yeah, because I know that match that we played that went down to a challenge in the last question.
Yeah.
Kind of, if we win, I kind of want it to be a little less close because that's stressing. But yeah, we'll prepare as we always do and hopefully make it to the finals.
Yeah. We've already said we want them David's got this singles run that was announced. We want him to get through that. and get to the singles title match, and then we want to get the team's title match. We kind of want the end of year event to be about Wookiee.
All right. Well, let's see if you guys can make it happen. Congratulations on the win today, and we'll see you in the semifinals. And thank you to all of you for checking out this exciting match of Fandom Fights. Be sure to check out all the other matches. We have the last match of the quarterfinals happening later today. Some singles matches happening tomorrow. We're almost there, folks. Trudging along. But thank you to Joe. Thank you to David. Thank you to Dylan. Thank you to Ryan. Thank you to Kaiser. Thank you to Tim for editing this one. And we'll catch you all next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.